Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, the network at RubinoProductions.tv presents the Grando Show, starring Marc Grandinetti.
The Grando Show, starring Marc Grandinetti, is brought to you by Mortgage Lending Solutions, providing home loans and refinancing with over 40 years of experience in Beaver County. The UPS store in Monaca by the Beaver Valley Mall. Mailboxes, printing, luggage boxes, and the lowest priced color copies. We do more than shipping. And the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School, helping families build their own school out of choices, not bricks.
Hi everyone, I'm Marc Grandinetti. Welcome to our special Winter Classic edition of the Grando Show. Tonight from the Stage AE Community Rink outside of Heinz Field. I'm here to talk to some of the people that made this event unforgettable, as well as bring you the highlights from the 5 outdoor high school hockey games held here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm here with Ed Sim. He's the commissioner of the PIHL, and he's also the executive producer of PIHL Network. Ed, tell us how the PIHL's involvement in the Winter Classic actually came about.
Well, it was all through the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, it's their community involvement that really helped us out, and they came to us and they asked us if we'd be interested in playing games at the outdoor rink here at the Winter Classic Community Outdoor Rink, and we said, of course, you know, and we wanted to do regular season games. That was the most important thing for us.
What does the Winter Classic mean to the sport of hockey here in Worcester, Pennsylvania, and also to the PIHL?
I think it's just great for the sport. I think what you're going to see is the kids just love the fact that that they're a part of this, and they're able to participate just like the NHL players do. And so I think what you'll see from this is not only these kids that are playing now, but the kids that are younger than them growing up. They have something to reach for, and they want to be a part of this.
Thanks, Ed. Now let's take a look at the highlights from the PIHL City game between Carrick and Allderdice with your host, Matt Popchuk.
So without further ado, let's take this outside. And it's taken by Kowiak. And with it there is Kowalecki. Kowalecki with a wrister, and a goal by Nicoli. Oberger made the initial save on the shot by Kowalecki, but Nicoli fired home the rebound over the prone Allderdice goaltender. Mitchell breezes in on the left wing. Into the corner now. Centering pass. Went by everyone and everything. Slap shot. Score! Robert Bowen with a slapper from the top of the right circle and it eludes Oberger. Allderdice defense in pursuit. Rubinovic couldn't get there. Schrader does. Centering pass. Brister. Score! Giovanni Oliverio has totally redeemed himself. Radovic centering feed now to Contoro. Contoro wrister, score! Contoro gets the goose egg off the border with 8:20 to go in regulation. Takes it to his own stick, tried to center it back for Radovic, and Radovic gets it, wrist shot, score! Radovic forced a turnover and tucked it neatly inside the near post. A minute 20 to go, 3-2 Carrick. Cougars have been nicked for a pair here in the third period. Loose puck, wrister, score! The Dragons tie it! The Dragons tie it! And with the tying goal is Rich Hochstetter. Oh, how appropriate is that? And there's a shot that goes off a couple legs. And up ahead to Radovic. Radovic's gonna have a breakaway. Radovic in on goal. The shot, score! Ryan Radovic, his second of the game, and he does the Darius Kasparaitis dive inside Allderdice territory, mobbed by his teammates. Coming out of the locker room after period number 2, what exactly did you say to him to get him going?
We just talked. You know, we said these are the things you got to do, and let's go and do them.
We just like went in the dressing room, talked about what we had to do, so we just did it, and it worked.
All right, I'm here with John Rubino, creator of the PIHL Network and producer of the Trib Total Media PIHL Game of the Week. John, tell us what it means to have the Winter Classic here in Pittsburgh this week.
What I think it means most to Pittsburgh, it got the casual fan out. The hardcore hockey fans will watch hockey anywhere, but this special event that the Penguins have put on here outside Heinz Field has just been tremendous. The stands have been packed every night. A couple of nights we had standing room only all around the rink.
You've been involved in this for the last 3 years. Tell us what impresses you most about high school hockey.
The thing that impresses me most about high school hockey is the involvement of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Grando, you wouldn't believe what they do for these kids too. Every kid that plays hockey in Western Pennsylvania, amateur, scholastic, whatever, it benefits some way from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Just one example is the new system that they put online this year on the PIHL website for real-time scoring. And the Penguins Cup Championship last year was at Mellon Arena. They do the semifinals, they do the finals, they break out the media team. They show highlights of the kids in the championship game on the Jumbotron. It's just a tremendous experience that's what impressed me most about hockey.
Hey, we're here with Jem Chapman. He's the operations manager for Rink Specialist. They had the task of putting together this rink that the teams have been playing on all week. Jem, what's it like putting this rink together, and how long did it take?
Normally a rink like this takes 10 to 15 days. We did it in 4, so it's basically a seasonal rink on steroids. And we'll tear it down. We're starting tonight, and we'll get it done in about 3 days.
What were some challenges you guys faced, constructing this rink?
Well, the parking lot to start with, but then we got the nice sandbox done by Trumbull and Company. They had that done in about 12 hours, and then of course the weather, the cold, and then we got snow the night before we opened. We were painting.
Okay. How comparable is this ice to the ice inside Heinz Field that they played on last night?
Oh, you're talking about the A-team in there, man. That's a class organization. That rink's built for that. It's pretty much the same concept, but we're dealing with pipes, and they've got that's a special hole matting system that they use.
You're from Virginia. What was it like being up here in Pittsburgh for the last 2 weeks, away from your family and friends, dealing with this rink?
I don't know how everybody lives in this cold weather. I'm originally from Florida, and I tell you, this was cold.
It's night number 2, game number 2 of the first ever PIHL Winter Classic. Centering pass. Pick save made by McGinty. Here's a shot. Did it go in? No, it didn't. A yawning net. I don't know how that puck didn't go in. Oh, my goodness. Face off one again by State College, and they try to clear it. They can't, however. Here's a slap shot through traffic, and it goes in. We have a goal. It was hard to tell because from our vantage point, the boards are fogged up. But that slap shot from the right point went through traffic and found its way between the legs. They're going to say that Jacob Brown gets the Bethel Park goal. And here's a slap shot from the left point. Score! Bethel Park on another slap shot, generating offense from its defense, and the Hawks with 6:52 to go in period number 2 take a 2-0 lead. Point, round shot blocked, comes outside the zone, and coming back with it is Topka. Topka gets it, the puck deep, and he scores. An empty net goal makes it 3-0 Bethel Park, and it's going to be Reether, not Topka, I'm sorry. That's 20, not 21 to you and I. Do you feel that this team is maybe starting to turn the corner as it gets ready to play its second half?
Yeah, we said that after the USC game. We've been working really hard, and we think we just turned the corner here.
Oh, gritty defense has been par for the course for the Bethel Park Blackhawks, and that's exactly what we saw here tonight.
Okay, I'm here with Bob Sebastian. He's the voice of the PIHL and host of the Trib Total Media Game of the Week. Bob, what's it mean to have the this rink down here in the week of the Winter Classic?
Well, I mean, for these teams, it means a chance to play hockey outside, and for all these people, it's a chance to see something that they hear about. It's the Canadian part of the game that you don't get to experience in a lot of this country. But what it really means is that we're now into what I call our 3rd generation of hockey around here. Guys my age that played were the first. My sons are older, but now we're into that next generation, and it really means hockey's got a foothold around here, and a lot of it's due to the Penguins' support of the PIHL and bringing the Winter Classic.
What are some of your favorite memories of the first half of this season?
Well, I'll tell you what, my favorite memory happened this week. It wasn't a high school team. We were working the game with the Cole Harbor team from Sidney Crosby's hometown. They had a young man on that team, Michael Rumsley, who has brain cancer, and he scored his first goal against Mario's team, and I got to make the call on a goal, and that I'll remember the rest of my life. Just a nice young man. The CBC was down here doing a story on him, and there he was on our rink in our town getting a goal he'll remember all his life. And in the season, I mean, we've had great games. We were down here the other night, Bishop Canevin and West A, 3-2 in overtime. I watched Bethel Park come back against Mount Lebanon down 2-0 to tie it up for a 2-2 game. I mean, high school hockey this year, it's wide open for everybody. There are a few dominant teams, but anybody's got a chance once the playoffs start.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Now let's take a look at some highlights from the West Allegheny Bishop Canevin game with your host, Bob Sebastian.
It's our own Winter Classic coming up next. Allman watches him as the puck comes back the other way. Love it.
with the stick. Levitt heading toward the net. Levitt shoots. Score! Short-handed goal. Number 9, Jonathan Levitt. Into the far corner it goes. Now behind the net. Centering pass out front. Score! Bishop, Canevin, Garrett Godlewski with the score. Took the feed from behind the net. And Bishop Canevin just had puck moving, puck possession. Good job by Birdsey getting in the middle of that one. Still heads on into the zone. In front, shot, rebound, score! Bishop Canevin back on the board. Rebound off to the weak side, slammed home by the Crusaders. Well, Frankie Vance gets the goal. Bilski reaches it a puck, but it comes up ahead. Movies can't get it. Allison moving up on the play. Allison got him in front. Shot, score! West State ties it up. A big goal in a big hockey game. And we'll be going to overtime. Sends it up the wall, but it's intended for Druga, but picked off. Coming in towards it. Walsh in front. Good job by Ullman in front, sprawling out to keep the centering pass from getting through. Shot throw toward the net. Walsh with the OT winner. How did you find that puck on your stick?
I got it in the corner over there. I tried to pass it in front. It got deflected, went around the net, came out, took a shot from the corner, and it went in. It was a good screen.
We won a double overtime in a championship earlier today. We won double overtime last night, and we lost in overtime the game before. So that's 4 straight games in overtime, and we really wanted to get done before that.
I'm here with Matt Popchuk from 93.7 The Fan and Game of the Week host here for Rubino Productions. Matt, you've been a busy guy this week down here and your involvement in these games. What has impressed you most about the PIHL's involvement here in the Winter Classic?
Well, as usual, it's the synergy between the PIHL and the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we just saw the city of Pittsburgh doing a great job hosting the NHL Winter Classic, and under some unusual circumstances to boot. And Ed Sam and the league doing a great job sort of replicating that. They've done it already with the Outdoor Charity Series that they started a few years ago that was inspired by the Penguins doing the first Winter Classic, and now they've sort of taken it to another level. And on top of this, they're doing the Outdoor Charity Series again, and I think it's terrific. It's a unique opportunity for kids that might never get the chance to play in an NHL Winter Classic.
How do you think having the Classic here helps hockey here in Pittsburgh?
The NHL being a burgeoning sports league itself, that's a good thing. After the NHL came back from its work stoppage and changed its rules or modified its standard of enforcement, is a phrase they like to use, the PIHL did the exact same thing. The NHL added a shootout. The PIHL, as we speak, if you go to their website, they're debating whether or not to include shootouts in high school games in the foreseeable future. So it's been made very clear to me that, again, Ed Sam and the people running the league get it. They're following a good business model, and I think that helps a lot.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Now here are the highlights from the Canon, McMillan, and Fox Chapel game with your host, Bob Sebastian.
Cannon, McMillan goals. On the neutral zone, puck chipped up, Hume walks in, Hume looks, Hume shoots, score! Daniel Humes picked up the loose puck in between the hash marks, went to the backhander and flipped it over the stick. And on the move, penalty coming up on the play, man with the biscuit was Brian Havanek. Havanek of the Junior Pens, and shot, score! Max Dim, number 93. Up, but not out of the zone. And a late goal. Oh my goodness, Jacob Friedland. With 12 seconds left on the clock. Do battle, and it heads behind the wall where it's rattled up along the backside by Shoemaker. Shot thrown on net. Loose puck. Rebound goes in. Colonis couldn't find it after the play. With Blair Alderdice. But now they're coming back the other way. Here comes Hovanek. Hovanek lights it up. The turnover again. In the neutral zone, he needs to do. That's fired down toward the net. Oh my! Misplayed by Fanny, and it goes into the net on the 190-foot clearing pass. Face off to the right of Christian. Backhanded toward the net by Friedland. Rebound. He couldn't control it. And Humes with the short-handed goal. Point over to Boldiker. It comes. Boldiker looks it over. Cross-ice pass to a man. D'Alessandro finishes it off with a cross-ice pass from Brett Alderdice on the net. That shot through traffic, fired from the point, number 20, Will Lorenz, and he connects. You didn't see too many shots tonight, but what was it like to play on the big rink outdoors?
It was nice. You know, it's a completely different atmosphere. It's hard to keep warm out here, but did my best in that.
Coach, undefeated and quite frankly, a methodical win tonight.
Yeah, we came out and played a pretty solid 45 minutes. We did have our standard, seemed to have a standard lull in the middle of the second period. Guys came out hard in the third period, kept it going. It's exactly what we want from them.
6-2 win for Fox Chapel, and they continue undefeated. Before the Zamboni gets me, this is Bob Sebastian saying, see you next time.
All right, we're here with Max Malone. He's the amateur hockey development for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Max, tell us how this Stage AE Rink came about.
Well, it was really a no-brainer for us. I mean, with the event being in Heinz Field, obviously a lot of the youth hockey players wouldn't have access to get onto the ice. So we figured we had to do something. We looked at a couple different locations, and I think you can just look in the background here and see that this is the #1 spot, obviously, and it's been great so far.
What has the Winter Classic meant for the city of Pittsburgh?
I think that's pretty tough to put into words, really, but just seeing all the people down here on the North Shore all week, it's been pretty amazing. I think it's just another event to add onto the the ever-growing hockey resume of Pittsburgh, and really cement it as a hockey town, and hopefully there's more to come in the future.
What has impressed you most about this event and about the events of the week?
Well, I think having this rink down here is not really too different than any event that the Penguins put on. The fans keep showing up in record numbers, and it goes right along with this. It's a Consol Energy Center. It's just people keep showing up, and they're always here to take part in everything that we do, and it's pretty special, I think.
Now let's take a look at the highlights from the final high school hockey game between Shaler and Central Catholic with your host, Matt Popchuk.
Central wins the face-off, and coming up with it fast is James Pozicki. Pozicki skating to the left wing circle, shoots and scores! James Pozicki with his 9th goal of the season. Coming into this game, he was one of 4 Central Catholic Vikings with 8 tallies. A penalty coming up here, our first of the hockey game, as the puck is centered right in the legs of Deffelbaugh. Central Catholic claiming the puck is in, and it is! It's a goal. Shaler protesting, claiming that Deffelbaugh had frozen that puck long enough. The official hesitantly pointing to the net, indicating it's a good goal. Use their size to get back into this hockey game as they try to erase a 2-goal deficit. More bodies collide in the slot areas. Picking it up is Ciccone. Wrist shot, score! Picking up the loose puck and wristing it by Deffelbaugh, I believe was Pozicki. And if it is Pozicki's goal, that'll be his 2nd of the period. Left point this time. And one-timer, score! Oh, that was a beauty. Sidney Crosby, eat your heart out. The backdoor play worked to perfection there by, I believe, Jacob Hetz. Zach Lynch skating out with it, and here comes Shaler back 3-on-1. Wide to Burkhardt, wrist shot, score! Dylan Burkhardt made darn sure the Titans didn't miss that opportunity. Pass for Burkhardt, who settles it in. Onside, left wing side, below the goal line, centering feed. Here's a slap shot, save made, rebound, score! Brian Stein follows it up, smashes in the rebound, and with under 7 minutes to play in regulation, we got a brand new hockey game. Hetz flicks it to his left, but Central Catholic gets there first and steers it outside the zone. Pozicki giving chase. Deffelbaugh sells up the line, gave it away. James Pozicki rams it home. James Pozicki, a shorthanded goal to complete the hat trick. Deffelbaugh can't believe it. A fortuitous bounce for the team killing the penalty. And Central Catholic, oh, that's the way it's been going for them as of late. Their hot streak continues. How do you like playing on the outdoor surface in such a unique atmosphere? A fun experience?
I like it a lot. Last year we played at North Park against Shaler. And it's fun to play out there too.
Kids certainly seem to relish the outdoor experience. How do the coaches like it doing it for a 2nd year in a row?
Oh, it's great. It's you can't explain it. It's just it's a lot of fun to be out here and just with the elements and just a beautiful venue here with the Heinz Field right behind us, and you couldn't ask for anything more.
For Trib Total Media, for Rubino Productions, and for the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League, I'm Matt Popchuk for the Trib Total Media PIHL Game of the Week on PIHLweb.com. Thanks for watching.
I'm Marc Grandinetti, and thanks for joining me on the North Shore here under the bright lights of the big city of Pittsburgh for the Winter Classic edition of the Grando Show, right here on the network at RubinoProductions.tv and the PIHL network on PIHLweb.com.
There he goes! Are you kidding me? What a turn of events! Living up to the hype tonight. What a highlight reel run! See ya! Wow!
The Grando Show, starring Marc Grandinetti, is brought to you by the UPS store in Monaca by the Beaver Valley Mall. Mortgage Lending Solutions, and the Pennsylvania Cyber Charter School. This program was produced by Rubino Productions, specializing in video production and web development for your business or organization.